Yeah, it was the Nomad save mechanic. Another Feitoria start. And another one of these water maps. This time the middle does matter with the gold mines. And Bohemians. With chemistry in the Castle Age, maybe they could actually be a decent water save because they'll have the extra attack for their war galleys. I haven't played with Bohemians on a water map yet. I don't actually know what their tech tree is. See, Doc is going up for Velez. Some stone mines. Lots of stone. That's like a castle per stone mine. And early dock. So the key is with the Feitoria, you build the dock before the lumber camp because you're getting that trickle of wood, and you can chop the straggler trees, which have extra wood on them sometimes on this map. No fast fire, heavy demo, dry dock, and shipwright. For Bohemians, that sounds okay then. I think the key will be, can you get castles up on the middle and then get water control for cannon galleons? The extra gold mining upgrades could also be nice on the water. For Bohemians, okay. Slavs, I mean, the eco bonus is their farms, which doesn't really help on the water map. Oh, here's a question. Does the dock count as a military building for purposes of giving them extra +5 pop space? Well, the other somewhat eco bonus for the Slavs is population space on the military buildings, which, if you're going for that scout rush, the barracks and the stable save you, a good 50 wood from not needing to make 2 houses. And, oh right, it's their blacksmith that's cheaper too, right? So that you could go for the early fletching. So Bohemians strike me as a fairly decent feudal to castle age water civ then, that will fall off in the imperial age. Yeah, lots of Feitoria starts. And, well, I mean, Velez's Feitoria is slightly more forward than is Barl's. Maybe we could see some shenanigans. Bohemians do have great monks and cheaper monasteries if we could potentially see the fast castle Feitoria conversion. Bohemians have Bracer, unlike Slavs. That's a good point for Imp, too. Slavs won't have Bracer on their galleons. And fairly simple wall off here for Barls. I think this is, if there's a game Barls is going to take, this could be it. University is cheaper too, so fast ballistics. Okay, so the scout should see the barracks. Scout should see the barracks. Ooh, no, he's not going to see the barracks. 1 tile away. That will hurt. And Barls will see the dock there. Here comes the militia. And will the scout see the militia? That's a good question. The militia in the forward vills. Oh, is he going to go to kill the Feitoria again? Scouts could fight there. I want to see what does Velez see. Has not yet scouted the militia. Will he come across it?
Jsem připraven.
Now he sees the vills, and now he sees the militia. Order isn't big, so maybe fast fire Hellion with Bracer. Oh, this Feitoria is a bit further from the TC, so the defensive tower probably won't be as nice for Velez. And he's doing the same thing. He's trying to kill the Feitoria with the militia rush. And I don't see a defensive tower coming up for Velez. Maybe this will succeed. He has 4 men-at-arms forward. He has archers coming forward from that range. The Vils are going forward. And at the same time, is he doing anything on the water? No, he's not. Velez is so close to clicking up to the castle age, but that'll be a double range. Yes, the stone is pressing F to pay respects for the potentially dead Feitoria. And now Barles has control. I don't see a way for Velez to make a tower now that there are a few archers out. He would really have to rush it up. Fletching's out for the archers as well. And I think... oh wait, did that building get destroyed somehow? No, he deleted it. What was that? Okay, well, anyway. Well, I think we're gonna have to make like stone and press F to pay respects for that Feitoria. At the same time, the fish from Barles have been killed. And Velez will have some fish. There actually are some deep fish at the top of that water there. Not too much food on them, but if you come over there, there is more food. That was a blacksmith there. Yeah, that's what I thought. And he actually can't go up. I have no idea how he lost that. Did he accidentally delete it? Oh, he is going up to the castle age. He does have stable blacksmith there. He's doing armors for some knights. But Barles is gonna get it. He's gonna kill the Feitoria. And I don't know if Feitoria is better than fish. I mean, you get stone and other resources. This has been a pretty big investment from him. And down goes the Feitoria. Press F to pay respects, as Barles is using the market and continuing to come forward with his men-at-arms. F for Feitoria. Feitoria is about 8 imperial Vils. Well, we have about 7 fishing ships. Scout has run around. He's trying to wall behind. Oh, he doesn't quite. Oof, I think the men-at-arms are gonna get in. Here come the archers. They're gonna push through. Houses will have that -1 melee armor for another good 15 seconds. That's gonna be a lot of damage. He'll have to go for the market wall and continue walling behind. And will there be a hole between the market and the lumber camp? I don't think so. He's almost in. But Velez manages to hold. Now the houses go from -1 melee armor to 1 melee armor. And Barles himself is up to the castle age. I see it sold all of the stone that Feitoria had generated for him at the market. Ooh, what is this? This is a sneak from Velez. Barles will wall this off and use the Feitoria as a wall. And actually very nicely walled by him, keeping his base safe from that sneak. He'll need to repair the palisades, and he could lose his Feitoria too due to the mangonel. I imagine we'll probably have to see a monk defense as soon as he gets up to the castle age. But at the same time, he's still trying to push through here, killing more houses. The knight comes around from the back to try to stop this, but it's 1 knight, and it only has 1 armor. Needs +2, otherwise the archers still do 2 damage to it. But for now, it seems like Barles has stopped this. But forward barracks, could we be seeing... Maybe this is for spearmen or pikemen? They will have the attack bonus as the Bohemians against the knights. Part of me hopes it's for longswords, but yeah, it's going for the spears. And he's going to start walling in, going to force Velez to have to do some deletes if he really wants to get a good engagement here. Men-at-arms being the front line when the knights don't have their armor yet. This looks pretty effective. Spearmen coming out. We see crossbow coming in. And while at the back, there's a ram. Oh, the ram is going to be devastating because the ram will kill the Feitoria from the outside. Barles would need an emergency siege workshop in Mangonel to do that. or to have something that will deal with the ram. He's going to be making a monastery. He'll be sending villas to repair his Feitoria, but that ram will damage it a lot faster than the men-at-arms did. And there's the siege workshop. He's going to try to get the repairs in, but there's a second ram. Meanwhile, these crossbows and spearmen are still managing to fight off the knights as he's still trying to break in. But good job walling from Velez, as it's 2 rams and 2 knights. A monk needs to pop out to get a conversion if he wants to save the Feitoria. He's sending all of his vills to save it. That's a lot of repairs. I don't know if the Feitoria generates resources fast enough, but it looks like it costs stone to repair it. I think it's stone and gold, maybe? And he'll need to use the market to buy stone to keep repairing, and that's what he's doing. He might need to sell wood now. And there's the monk. The monk can get a conversion on a knight, and then the monk can heal. And now the knights are away, but he needs a mangonel, and he can't get a mangonel while he's repairing, so he needs to use the vills and the monks in combination to fend off the rams. So nicely done by him. Did waste a bit of wood on that workshop, which won't be able to produce a mangonel, but he will keep the Feitoria alive. And now, if we look at this, he has a lot of crossbows. He's about to reclaim the water. Villager lead for Velez, but Feitoria lead for Barles. This is going to be fishing ships that now have to travel a long distance, and the fish are going to start running out. Now, oop, there's a mangonel, though. Those villas chased a bit too far. Now, the monk, can he get a conversion there? Here comes the army back. There's no sanctity, so it can't tank a mangonel shot. But the spearmen are going to get onto those knights. Barles has redemption gold should he choose to do it. We'll see if he's able to use that mangonel for anything, building his own stable in defense. We'll see if that's maybe just for light cav to... Oh, nice dodge there. Snipe off monks, gets the mangonel. We'll get the knights, and we'll, most importantly, we'll get the vill. Oh, or maybe not. Another mangonel comes out. He dodges. He gets inside the minimum range. Needs to be careful to stay there. And gets it. Gets the vill. So very nicely defended there from Barles. Keeps his Feitoria alive. And now look at how far those fish have to sail. They're very inefficient. Oh, but here comes some knights. That TC needs to be walled, but no, not going to happen. The vills need to run, but they are running 2 crossbows. Knights only have 1 armor. Crossbows will be effective at keeping them away. We'll lose a couple vills, but he's okay, and he'll have 3 TCs and a Feitoria powering them. Meanwhile, Velez has been on 1 TC this entire time. Adding in the back one. Hello, Benguti. And hello, Uhtred. So, I think we'll pay respects to that forward villager. Nell's gonna start getting the house. Monks will get conversions on the knights. We'll have 1 knight coming out for Barles. And Barles should see the rams. He should see them going to his almost fully repaired Feitoria. He has Town Watch. He needs to react to that. He sees them. He doesn't have another knight queued, but he has the crossbows coming back. Trying to get a conversion up there. And the vills are coming again to kill the rams and save the Feitoria. And I think, despite the huge villager advantage, some of that now is these less efficient fishing ships, and that doesn't account for the Feitoria. I think Barles is in a really good spot to take this game. Why Monk has to be adjacent to the ram to convert it? For balance reasons, that's why. Same thing with trebuchets and buildings. And second siege workshop, double defensive siege workshop for Barles. Don't know why he doesn't just use this one, but he's going for the second one. Because rams have to be adjacent to attack monks. That's true for the rams, but not true for towers or trebuchets.
Ano.
Oh, hello, glue drinker. That is definitely something you should probably not do.
Başım sıkmam.
I'd like to see a trebuchet aiming, attacking a monk. It happens sometimes. And now ballistics and chemistry coming in for these crossbows, so we will have some chembos. Good for the soul. It's the glue that holds us together. There go the fishing ships. Crossbows coming in. Still no +2 armor, and it gets chembos. Those knights are not going to be that effective. It makes your heart to see the fishing ships dying. I know, you really like those fish traps you built the other day. Those perfect squares. Okay, the crossbows are going to get to the back. Those knights are going to go down. Especially with the ballistics. You can't afford to run them there. With all that damage. And remember, Valessa's Siege Workshop had been forward. Oh, you can definitely control water with land units. You can definitely kill fish with crossbows. And this is looking very good for Barles. Has out the defensive Scorpion, but let's see, these crossbows will be doing still 1 damage to the Scorpion. They will be doing 1 extra damage to mangonels. And very nice micro here from Barles. 69 to 54. That Vil count is closing. Trying to defend with the Scorpions. Gets another Vil even. The crossbows will go down, but I think that was a very nice raid from Barles. A couple of monks just chilling in the corner. Chilling when they could be grabbing that relic. Oh, single relics this time. We don't have the double relics again. Are Scorps better than Mangoes against Expos since players are so good at micro? We've been seeing Scorpions a lot more recently. There's 2 things that they have going for them. One is they have an extra armor, so if it's against Cav Archers, they actually don't get killed by Cav Archers like Mangonels do, because the Cav Archers do only 1 damage instead of 2. And then a 15-minute idle TC for Barles. Well, Feitoria is not idle. And the other thing is, like, against like small numbers of crossbows, the thing is that you can't really out-micro 2 Scorpions like you could 1 Mangonel, and the Scorpions are a bit cheaper to get out. And since you really need 2 of either, 2 Scorpions are much cheaper than 2 Mangonels. And now we see the Ram coming forward for Valesse, trying to push back these archery ranges, and even the Hand Cannoneers. Hand Cannoneers, those actually can do a lot of damage to Scorpions. That's actually a very interesting choice against the Scorpions, because with 17 attack, that's going to overcome that armor. And it only actually takes 4 hand cannon shots to kill a Scorpion. Oh, that's interesting. Castle Age hand cannons against Scorpions might actually be a good idea. Thank you, Advanced Altherenwitz, for the follow. Yeah, the problem with Scorps, though, is that they die to the Mangonels, right? So, like, if your opponent goes for their own Mangonels, then it's difficult to use the Scorps. Oh, and Glue Drinker 43, thank you for the follow. and the HC are super strong against mangonels. Yeah, I'd imagine that too in the Castle Age, because they have equal range. They're almost like Janissaries. And here comes the forward castle. It's both forward castle with the imp advantage. And that's a Bohemian Bombard Cannon already out because they had chemistry. And as soon as they have imp, those cannons start popping out. And probably not the eco yet for Hoofnisa with all that idle TC time. Jannies do have more range, but it's not like it's 6 range where the hand cannons really have to dive into the mangonels. They can stay right on the border where they always will have time to react and dodge the shots. Oh, and he's going to dive the TC. He's not going to let the repairs come in. The HP is low enough, the Vills are going to be ejected in the next shot. And there it goes. The TC will go down. Can't get the repairs in with this army here. And we have Bracer already. Bracer typically being the better upgrade than Arb because you get the extra range from it. But I think Barles is going to take this game. What do Slavs do in this matchup? I don't know. I think Slavs need to have a better eco and get some raids early on. But it's hard to have a better eco when you lose your Feitoria. What do you do versus Bohemians in general? That I don't know. Late game, I don't think there's much you can do. Unless you have Mangudai or some various unique unit combinations that can deal with the Hoofnisa Halb combo. Skirm and Mangonel. Yeah, like Castle Age Mangonels I feel like are the things you need to do. But then again, as you say, the hand cannons might actually be a decent unit to use against them. The Chinese, nope, the Chinese do not get cannons. They get bombard towers, and they get cannon galleons. And thank you, Resendez Clofis, for the follow. They also can garrison their Chukonus and Teuton bombard towers to fire up 4 cannonballs. So they have gunpowder options, just not the hand cannoneers and bombard cannons. And there's the GG. Barles gets himself on the scoreboard. We have seen some reverse sweeps so far, so he should be here thinking that it's not over. And the aggressive Feitoria attack really paying off. Look at the stats. Quick military. KDs were equal, but the economy... More gold, more stone, and that's been keeping the Feitoria alive.